Hi, Courtney. Okay, so let's give this one a try to use your calculator, okay? So if we assume that we're making a $10,000 investment and it can earn 3% compounded quarterly, what will the future value be after, for the first one's 15, then 20, then 25, then 30? Okay, so we know that the present value, the amount of the investment today, is 10,000. Okay, we know that the annual interest rate is 3%, and we know it's compounded quarterly. So in order to come up with what it is, what the interest rate is quarterly, we have to take the 3% divided by 4, gives us 0.75%. So now to put it in our formula, which is our present value, multiply that by brackets of 1 plus the interest rate, and then we have to do the exponent for the number of periods. And we know that the number of periods is 4 for the quarterly. Multiply that by the 15 years. So for the first one, n is 60. So we know that the exponent is 60. So now if you take your calculator, and what we want to calculate is what's shown on your screen is 10,000, and then in brackets 1.0075, because we turned the interest rate into a decimal, so we had to add 2 zeros, and then it's exponent 60. So the first thing we're going to put in our calculator is what's in the exponent, what's in the bracket. So we're not going to put a bracket in the calculator. All we're going to do is type in 1.0075, and then see the button that's y exponent x. We're going to push the y, we're going to push that button, y exponent x. Okay, so now that we've pushed that button, we're going to put 60 and equals. That should give you on your computer 1.5657. Then we're going to multiply that by the 10,000. Multiply 10,000 equals, and that gives us 15,656 and 81 cents. Okay, so now if we go down a little bit further into the 7.3, we're going to see a very similar one. Let me see, where is it? Yeah, we're going to go back up. So for this one here, what is the present value of 10,000? So this one's telling us that we're going to invest some amount of money, and then in the future, it's going to be worth 10,000. So we know that that's the future value. So we need to figure out what the present value is. So how much money do we need to invest today that it's going to give us the 10,000? So we look at the question, what is the present value of 10,000? Okay, so we know future value equals 10,000. We know that it's discounted, or the interest rate is 4.5% compounded annually. Okay, so we know that J is the 4.5%, but we know where it's compounded annually, we're only dividing that by 1 to get our I. So we know our interest rate is also 4.5% per year. And then it's going to be compounded over the 10 years. So where it's compounded annually, which is our M, for 10 years, M times the 10 years gives us the 10 periods. So N, or what your exponent is 10. So again, we're going to use the same formula, except this time, in order to work backwards and figure out what the present value is, we need to make our exponent a negative 10. Okay, so again, it is 1 plus the interest. So in order to switch it over to a decimal, we need to add 2 zeros to it. add it to the 1. So in your brackets, in your equation that's written out, it's 1.045 in the brackets. But we don't put the brackets in our calculator. All we're going to do is put in 1.045, again with the button y exponent x. And then now we need to put in what the exponent is. So we're going to put 1, 0, and then we're going to hit the plus minus button. So what's appearing on your screen now is -10. We're going to hit equals. So on your screen now should be 0.6439. We're going to multiply that by 10,000 equals, and then that gives us the 6439 and 28 cents. Hope this has helped, Courtney. Let me know, and if not, we can meet. Thanks.